At 1 a.m., my parents texted, "We know you spent $1 million to save our house, but your sister refuses to accept it. Hi, my name is Ethan and I'm a consultant in Chicago. I'm 30 years old and this is a story about how my family taught me the meaning of consequences." At 10:04 in the morning, my phone lit up with a text message. It said, "We know you spent $52,000 to save our house, but your sister doesn't want you at Thanksgiving." I stared at the screen. There was no thank you, no apology, just a clear removal of me from their lives. I didn't argue or ask for a reason. I just typed one word, "noted." That single word marked the night everything shifted, not for me, but for them. I was 30 when I liquidated a large portion of my savings to rescue their home. They had taken on loans. They couldn't handle, gambled with bad choices, and concealed the truth from me until they were 3 weeks from foreclosure. My father sounded devastated when he called, and my mother was crying. I didn't hesitate. I made a swift and immediate transfer. They were able to keep their home and their dignity, and I believed I had finally earned my spot in the family. My sister Savannah said nothing. She didn't help. She didn't thank me. She just looked at me with the quiet resentment she'd perfected since we were kids. I was only seen as an afterthought until they needed me. Then I became their savior and almost instantly their ghost. It began with subtle things. Group chats were created without me. Family photos were taken where I was conveniently not in the picture. Then came my mother's birthday. I sent her a bouquet of flowers but heard nothing back later. I saw a photo online of Savannah holding the same flowers with a caption that read, "From the one who really knows me." I kept track of everything, both mentally and literally. I understood my position. I was useful but not wanted. So I stayed in the background watching, silently, until that text message became the invitation I had been waiting for. They had given me the weapon and I decided where to strike. First, I established a legal foundation. I never truly gave them the house. The transfer went through a holding company that was under my control. Legally, they were tenants, not owners. Buried within the documents was a clause stating that if family separation occurred due to proven emotional distress, the property would revert to the original owner. That single line cost me $4,000. In legal fees, it was the best investment I ever made. Second, I froze their access to my money. The monthly wire transfers stopped. The $3,000 gift they had been expecting in January was canceled. The college fund I had established for Savannah's son was dissolved with the money moved to a new account under my name. I wasn't punishing the boy, but I wasn't going to finance her anymore. Third, I exposed their actions. I sent one package to every member of our extended family. It was an elegant cream-colored photo book with a hardcover. Inside the first page was a scanned copy of the foreclosure notice. The second page showed the time-stamped wire confirmation of $52,000. The third page contained that hurtful text message from my father. The final page simply stated, "I never needed a seat at the table. I just needed to know whose house I was sitting in." 2 days later, Savannah made a post on Facebook. "Some people are so desperate for attention they'll destroy their own family." Hundreds of comments appeared below, but only one mattered. My aunt wrote, "You mean the brother who saved your parents' home? Sit down, Savannah." The result was explosive. My mother called me crying, saying she didn't mean it and that it was a big misunderstanding. I asked her to repeat the text message to me word for word, but she couldn't. My father then called and told me this was the wrong way to handle things. I calmly replied, "You raised me to be responsible. This is responsibility, actions, and consequences." He hung up. Thanksgiving arrived. They held the dinner without me in what was technically my house. I didn't stop them from doing it, but I did something else. I sent a catered meal to the local food bank in their name. It was a full spread, enough to feed 200 people. Then I made a post online, grateful to turn something sour into something warm.
Happy Thanksgiving. I know they saw it.
Christmas was more subdued. The usual flood of holiday cards and invitations didn't come. Only one arrived from my grandmother. She wrote, "I don't understand everything, but I know this: the one who bails out the boat doesn't deserve to be thrown overboard." January came, and with it the final action. Eviction notices were sent out. I gave them 90 days, enough time for them to figure things out, but not enough time to pretend nothing had happened. Savannah tried one last time. She texted me, "You're overreacting, you're being cruel." I replied, "No, I'm being exact." She never messaged me again. They moved out in March. The house is quiet and empty now, but not abandoned. I haven't sold it or moved in. I just let it sit there, a monument to my memory, not to revenge. Sometimes when I drive by, I slow down not out of sentiment but for clarity. They built their lives on the foundation of my silence and were shocked when it all fell apart. I am no longer angry, I am awake. They believed I would always be there, bleeding myself dry just to keep them comfortable. They were wrong and now they know it. Every time they sit at someone else's table in someone else's house feeling that coldness they never noticed before, they will remember the single word I sent that night, noted. If you enjoy stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next one.